Welcome to the show, WWE Nation. This is SmackDown Spotlight, your update center for matches and news. Hit that bell, and let's begin. Monday Night Raw is heating up, and backstage tensions are rising faster than ever. Rumors are swirling through the locker room, alliances feel fragile, and the energy in WWE headquarters has taken on a noticeable edge. At the center of it all, Adam Pearce has just received a warning from none other than Eddie Orango. A warning that doesn't just concern one wrestler, but potentially the entire locker room dynamic. The message was clear, urgent, and heavy with implication. There's a lot going on under the surface, and someone is about to shake things up. Tonight, we break down what could be a turning point in WWE's storylines, a moment that could redefine relationships, trust, and strategy on Raw. Backstage tension. Adam Pearce under pressure. Backstage, Adam Pearce is seen pacing the corridors, phone in hand, trying to juggle, shut the fallout from recent matches and ongoing storylines. His stress is palpable, the kind that comes when you're responsible for keeping a large and unpredictable roster in line. But just as he tries to regain composure, the atmosphere shifts. Eddie Orango enters the scene, and it's instantly clear that this visit is not casual. Eddie doesn't waste time on small talk. His presence alone commands attention, and the serious tone he carries makes it evident that what he's about to say carries weight. Pearce listens carefully, sensing that this is more than advice. It's a directive, a heads up about something that could affect the entire Raw roster. The warning. Seth Rollins in the spotlight. Eddie's message centers on one name, Seth Rollins. He tells Pearce to pay attention, to watch and listen, and to be cautious about what is happening around the locker room. The key detail? Seth Rollins has been spotted walking without his sling. While some might shrug it off, Eddie emphasizes that the roster is talking, rumors are spreading, and questions are forming. Is Seth truly injured, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Pearce can feel the pressure mounting. Survivor Series fallout is still fresh, and now he's tasked with navigating a delicate situation that could destabilize not just Seth's standing, but the energy and trust of the entire locker room. Pearce's assignment: listening to the locker room. Eddie makes his intentions clear. Pearce needs to take a walk through the locker room, observe, and gather insight. He wants Pearce to hear the whispers, notice the body language, and understand the undercurrents of opinion regarding Seth Rollins. Every look, every conversation could hold a clue about whether Seth is maintaining trust or manipulating perception. This mission is crucial because, in the WWE, locker room dynamics matter just as much as in-ring performance. A fractured roster can derail storylines, affect morale, and create unexpected chaos if left unchecked. Pearce now has to act as both an observer and strategist, piecing together the truth from subtle hints and hidden motives. Seth Rollins' condition: 3 possibilities. As Pearce steps into the locker room, there are 3 potential explanations for what he's hearing and seeing about Seth. First, Seth could be healed and intentionally keeping it a secret, a classic strategic move that highlights his reputation for mind games and manipulation. If true, this would be the type of calculated move fans have come to expect from Rollins, controlling perception, gaining leverage, and positioning himself advantageously. Second, Seth might not have been as injured as reported, meaning the original narrative around his condition could have been exaggerated or misunderstood. This would raise questions about transparency, honesty, and trust within the locker room. Third, there could be someone intentionally leaking information or spreading doubt, creating uncertainty around Seth's status to shift attention or influence the balance of power backstage. Each possibility carries implications for how Pearce and the roster respond in the coming weeks. Trust and influence. The locker room is a complex ecosystem where influence, reputation, and alliances are constantly in flux. Eddie's warning underscores that Pearce is not just dealing with an isolated situation. He's navigating a network of relationships that could shift dramatically depending on how the information about Seth Rollins is received. Wrestlers observe, comment, and speculate, and those whispers can snowball into larger narratives. Pearce's challenge is to gauge the mood accurately and respond thoughtfully. A misstep could create division, erode trust, or inadvertently empower the wrong individual. The stakes are high, and the responsibility resting on Pearce's shoulders has never been more evident. Strategic implications. Who holds the advantage? If Seth is intentionally walking without a sling to control perception, it highlights his mastery of strategy and psychological influence. Wrestlers in the locker room might view him with suspicion, admiration, or even envy, depending on how well he's maintaining his secret. Conversely, if his injury is less severe than reported, Seth's credibility could take a hit if his intentions were to mislead the roster or management. Either scenario emphasizes the role of intelligence and perception in WWE storytelling. Not just what happens in the ring, but what happens when no one is looking. For Pearce, the task is to assess these nuances and understand the potential ripple effects throughout the roster. The role of Adam Pearce, mediator and strategist. At the center of this evolving scenario, Adam Pearce must balance observation with intervention. He cannot act impulsively. He must gather insight, interpret subtle cues, and respond strategically. His ability to navigate the locker room climate will influence both the perception of Seth Rollins and the cohesion of the roster as a whole. In essence, Pearce serves as a bridge between the in-ring narrative and the backstage realities that drive storylines forward. His actions will shape not only immediate responses, but also longer-term dynamics that may impact Raw for weeks or even months. Fan engagement, the speculation factor. Fans are watching closely, analyzing each detail, and theorizing about what might unfold next. The curiosity around Seth Rollins' condition, genuine injury, strategic deception, or something more complex, creates excitement and engagement, drawing viewers into the layers of storytelling that extend beyond the ring. Social media chatter mirrors locker room whispers, creating a parallel narrative where speculation, opinion, and fan loyalty intersect with the ongoing drama. This level of engagement underscores the importance of storyline nuance, character depth, and unexpected twists in keeping audiences invested. Conclusion. Raw on the brink of change. Monday Night Raw is at a crossroads. Backstage tensions, the mystery surrounding Seth Rollins, and Adam Pearce's delicate mission all set the stage for potential upheaval. Whether through trust, deception, or strategic maneuvering, the locker room dynamics are shifting, and the outcomes remain unpredictable. Every whisper, every glance, and every decision could influence the trajectory of Raw's narrative. As fans and viewers, we're witnessing more than a wrestling show. We're seeing a complex interplay of personalities, strategy, and suspense that keeps the drama alive both on and off the screen. The story is unfolding, and one thing is certain. Raw could change dramatically in the weeks ahead, with each character playing a pivotal role in shaping the next chapter.